Hey, what's up? Oh, fuck, I'm missing one more thing. Okay. Okay, so I think we actually have a storyboard for this, or a thumbnail for this page. I'm not working as far in advance as I should be, but oh well, what can you do? I did get a new graphics card. You won't see the difference yet, but it occurred to me that now I can probably increase the graphical fidelity of the stream. I don't know, is it running more stable than usual? Because I would imagine it should. If not, I'm probably gonna up this to like 1080 resolution, and that should work. Because I have a GTX 960 now. Like, if anybody with experience doing streaming, oh, is it better? That's exciting. I did indeed get a new graphics card. GTX 960. So I can play around with specs and stuff. Yeah. Look at this shit. That's inside my computer right now. Like, this wasn't the dankest card I could get, but this is like $300 on sale. Oh my god, fan art. I always love fan art. Eee! That's adorable. Yeah, like, I got the last day of the sale at NCIX, and it was $300. Like, after tax. So yeah, I don't know, those of you who have seen my stream before, does the performance look better? Because I haven't changed any of the specs for what's being pushed. I think I can probably... It does look more crisp than usual. Well, that's exciting. I'm going to tell you a quick story about how I found this album. Are any of you familiar with there's a Vine of this Korean girl with her cat, and it's just a bunch of quick cuts to this like really mellow kind of electronic music, just like this, where she's just like shaking her cat and like doing a thing with a frying pan and other shit. So I found the album that the music is from, and it turns out it's great. I really dig it. So, less stutter? Cool. Well, we're moving up in the world. Unlike these poor fuckers. Okay, so... I'm just looking at my script here. Okay, I'm used to frame dropping an image. It's fine on both sides. Excellent. I mean, I'll take it that it's better already. The fuck is my ruler? I have 3 of them and 2 are missing. Why is it when you stream I have the urge to work on your own projects? I'm setting an example. I'm not going to tell you whether it's a good or a bad example. Where the fuck? Ruler plus. Seriously, where are 2 of my rulers? This stream now me rooting through my room. Well, there's one. There's the short one. If I was a ruler, where would I live? Where would I hide from my density? Oh, fucking hell. Oh well. My second favorite track is on. I was rocking the fuck out to this a little while back. Alright, let's make some fucking mistakes. Come on, you can do it. One time. Dear God. Come on. There we go. I'm just gonna freehand this shit. Not like it matters, it's just the panel borders, which will be done electronically anyway. Okay, we're remembering this time to leave headroom for word balloons, so like dialogue, character, much better. Who needs sleep? Dude, it's like 2 in the morning where you are. Assuming you're still where I think you live. Oh no, it's only 1:30. Bruh. I'll tell you, I much prefer streaming when I'm in a good mood. I can bitch about yesterday on my own stream. God damn. Fucking Chatizen's giving me shit, and then I had the most infuriating Anon ask today, because like I got kind of annoyed with some people who were giving me shit on my stream for having a hard time and then like not doing exactly what they wanted. And then I get this ask being like, hey, have you thought about taking some time off from streaming? You seem kind of off lately. And it's like, that's a great idea, Anon. I'll just take time off work with tax season around the corner because your end user experience is affected. It was really frustrating. It's like, it's like, you know how when you tell somebody who's just a little bit agitated that they need to calm down, and it just is like pouring gas on a fire? I don't remember like who exactly it was. I think my beef was that the specific one that I remember was I was thinking aloud about how I should play Salt and Sanctuary because I have the alpha and it's out on PS4, and I was like, am I allowed to play the alpha? And I think I am, as long as I tell them about the console exclusivity, so that's what I did. And Adam was spamming me in the chat about, you know, using his version. And I deliberately ignored him, and I thought I did it hilariously because I just, like, set myself away on stream because I don't like being spammed. It's like, and I didn't say aloud, I see you, I'm just gonna do it this way. And somebody was like, somebody told another chatter to chill out about it, and they were like, well, he should have fucking acknowledged it. And I was like, mute? What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is your problem? You literal goddamn babies. And there's people just like red texting me in all caps, which is just like, I don't like that ever. I don't care how important you think it is. The only time you should ever be red texting me in all caps is if the light behind me is on fire and I haven't noticed. Then you're allowed to catch my attention like that, but if it's something game related, who gives a fuck? Now I can get really, like, emphatically salty because I'm not obliged to be entertaining on my stream. Like, it's a motherfucking video game. Chill your shit. Nothing is that important. At least not that we're talking about. Yeah, chat, you're having a bad time. You thought about taking time off the chat. Christ. Holy shit. Oh, wait, is the notifier off? Hey, Lamau! Thanks, buddy. Who the hell's texting me? Cheers, big ass. Yeah, let me be perfectly clear about that. If it is a literal actual emergency, please red text me in all caps. If it's not an emergency, I'll be angry. If it is, I will be okay with it. So Bandy has a whole lot of dialogue here. I don't exactly know how much. Have you been making thumbnail scripts for drags or been going by the flow? A little of both. I actually love talking about process. So I have the sort of like rough beginning, middle, end plotted out for the story, like and a couple of specific beats that I want to hit. But the actual script I'm sort of making up as I go. Like hopping from one situation to the next. So like for example, for dialogue heavy scenes like this, I will write the dialogue in a text document, which I have open right now that you can't see, because spoilers. And then I'll do the panels accordingly. So like when I thumbnail it, and these are still pretty vague. Like I will revise things regularly. Figuring out how it goes. And sometimes I think it's the other way around. Like if it's non-dialogue, I will sort of just figure out. I'll know what I want to do with a scene generally, and then I'll figure out how to get through it, like panel to panel. Like let me find a sequence that doesn't have any dialogue. Like, I knew I wanted Chub to escape in a big hurry from the underground, so I did this, and then you have the transition to the lighted area, which sort of it very clearly shows him moving from one area to another, and like gaining distance from, you know, going from this very dark area that it ended up being toned in the end to a lighter area, and then just sort of slapstick kind of sequence of him running away, losing attention, and then you've got the pratfall. Like for these sequences, the dialogue is usually pretty incidental. Like I added a couple of balloons, but it's not all that important. I think I might not show her desk in this panel. Does that matter? She's just sort of buried in this sea of paperwork. Long-suffering Bandy. Oh wait, I need to show what the fuck her elbow is resting on, so we'll just put that there. Sort of reclining. No, like it's on the table because in the continuity, that feel when my previous page is in the scanner right now, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have Chub about here, Coney a little bit taller, Element here, and then Big Hand pointing. Amorphous blob pointing. And interestingly, this is a weird thing with hands that I'm learning, is you don't always have to draw all the fingers. In fact, sometimes you don't have to draw many fingers at all. Oh, shit. Because, like, if you look at a hand and it's pointing, you only see that and the rest is hidden. Similarly, if, like, a hand is kind of tilted like this, you might see 2 or 3 fingers at a time. So, yeah, I wish there was a better way to show more of this. Maybe once I get higher resolution, actually I can maybe back this out a bit. That's probably better, actually. Maybe I can see more. Okay, so then they're both looking over, like, straight profile, kind of eye line like this. They're still standing forward. Is there a story behind fill pages? No, it's just my MO. Which is to say, just whatever you're doing, be filling pages, because that's how you get good. I just wrote it on a magnet one day, and it sort of stuck. Let's see how many tracks we are off of my favorite. Oh, baby, it's up next. I might need to shift these around a bit, but it's fine. These fucking bunny ears, man. Coney's such a goon. Did Ken give me fill pages? No, this is mine. I made that up. not sure how to shuffle this. Like, maybe if this hand was more like this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna redraw this so it doesn't intrude so much on the character. And if I need to move it further than that, that'll be fine. Thigh gap though. I don't think you get a thigh gap with a jumpsuit. Although they are wearing a climbing rig, like a groin flossing climbing rig. So this fucking track is my jam. I'll need both headphones for this. That's better. See, that's way clearer. This might get moved around as well. So fucking chill. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I said, you might know it from the cat vine. Being a chill wave racist. I don't think that's how that works. Holy shit, quality options. Does that mean we hit big time? Oh man, I find that shit mad relaxing. Willkommen. Excuse me. I think that's one too many fingers. Amy Falcone was saying that you need chill music for drawing. Interesting. I mean, there's some times when I definitely want more exciting music, like driving beat kind of thing. I'm like, let's fucking go! Let's rock! Okay, 2 more panels. Word balloon. I'm just guessing how big these need to be. Can I just say that the one regret I have about Bandy's respirator design is it looks fucking weird from the side. I'm gonna try and sneak in a couple pages, like pieces of paper falling off, as she reaches over. It's the idea that like the desk is so cluttered that pulled this from Hammer's space. Arclight Dynamo, you sit down and you tell your anxiety to go fuck itself. Just go fuck itself. Just imagine it's a little black goblin, you stand on its neck while you write. Huh? I'm trying to motivate people.
You talking like a hillbilly?
What? Whoa, you've got such a cowlick.
It happens. No cows are involved.
Damn, they're Colitas.
I'm pretty sure that's a plant.
Wait, what? Colitas?
No, coleus.
Oh, Coleus. I mean, I said Cletus.
Still.
Cletus, the swag John. Hey, don't you fucking dare! I mean it. You keep your hands.
I'm sure you weren't doing it.
That's assault. That is assault.
It's a salt and pepper.
Don't you know crack kills?
Crack is whack.
Don't crack shame me.
I said it was shaming. I was just feeling an inch. You're welcome.
Is the clapping really necessary?
I'm proud of it.
I know you're proud of it.
Oh, excuse me. Hello, chat. He was talking like a hillbilly, so I figured that this required supervision. What? What do you want? Just totally glare on your screen. So turn
Wait,
it.
left hand. I don't want to fuck this up and give Benny a right hand by mistake. It's like, ah, it came off the wall!
Please don't make him all thumbs. Oh, fuck.
PJ Salt. Hey, you know, boys, when you want to get something, you just get in there and give her. And then maybe your lady friend touch your butt.
I'm not going there.
Bullshit.
I'm going near there. I'm in the region. You can draw me a map.
Get lost. I'm trying to draw comics. You come in here with your bum touching. Somebody said that we're.
Well, I couldn't really do that outside.
Yeah, somebody was saying that we are their OTP.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you settled for this, but I appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
I don't think it was anybody in the chat, but it was on Twitter.
So I'm talking about the safety fist.
Touche le boom butty attack.
Sorry, what?
Oh yeah, the attacker.
No, you need to do the boob test with it.
Oh yeah.
Stick it under your tip.
Yeah, the pencil test. I don't think I failed the pencil
Just
test yet, but
I don't think it's a fail. I think it's a pass. If you fail the pencil test, then you're not.
well, it depends on what you're measuring. It's like,
You're not jumbalacious enough to be trapping a pencil under your tit.
see, because I thought that it was like a sexist kind of test that was just like, oh, how saggy are you?
No, it's more like how much boob flesh have you got? Do you have enough yet? Cool.
To
Now you have sufficient boob to entrap writing bullets. Because it's
just
like
park a pencil under your tit.
it's as soon as you have enough mass that it is, you know, there's got enough weight to it to hit the ribcage and trap a pencil.
Oh, the pencil test? Yeah, you take a pencil and you put it under your tit, and if it stays there,
It means that you have large boobs.
yeah, or
Because large boobs don't just
Sad.
levitate like people draw them. Like they
Yep.
have weight to them. Large boobs like hang onto your waist. You know.
yeah. See, now you just make me want.
Conspiracy
Now you're
busted.
making me want to draw tits, because like,
How is that my fault?
well,
How is that an
the
unusual
lesson that
state?
everybody tells me is that you don't want to draw like the airbags.
No. Also, shirts don't cling to the undersides unless they're actually spandex.
Like they have weight.
Yeah. And they point in weird directions. And like
Actually, yeah, that was the other thing that I heard is that like
cleavage isn't
the nipples
the way boobs
point.
naturally sit. Like cleavage only happens when your shirt holds them together. Cleavage doesn't generally occur.
Yeah,
if you
they're
don't
not
have-
adhesive.
They don't adhere to each other. And the shirt does not adhere to them unless you're reading porn or they have a swimsuit on. Yeah. The shirt's being like a plastic molded sheet. It's like, I don't... See, you're not drawing a comic, you're drawing porn with people's clothes on. That's what you're doing. Which, if that's your thing, great. But like, people don't look like that. Hey, if you win the pencil test every time, then that means that you're a winner.
Well, no,
You don't ever have to specify what you're a winner at. You can just tell people you're a winner.
I guess.
Play to your strengths, even if you never tell them what they are. Shut up, it works. The grapefruit technique has nothing to do with pencils. Take your pen away from the paper while you laugh.
Oh man,
I probably can't riff on that without making you ruin your life.
I'm trying to draw straight here, man.
You can't even draw
Fuck
straight.
me.
Ah, in that case, I'm sorry.
For
Your
condolences.
your testing standards
All
are
right.
unfairly applied.
Yeah.
Shit, what other... we need a different test. I'm not good at thinking these sort of things up.
The bro exam.
No, like, a test that doesn't involve boob flesh. We need to make our own tests. This is the future. Okay, so what if you're standing upright, and then, like,
What?
the point where your ass hits your thighs, can you get a pencil there? The ass test. I don't think most people have that perky of an ass.
What?
Maybe that's a hard test.
I don't know that you're helping.
I don't know, I'm just trying, man. You know, because we live in a world of imagination. We can come up with these things. We can make the system work for us.
Imagination. TP roll test? Is that whether you can fit your junk inside of a roll of toilet? What?
Why would you ever try that in the first place?
I don't know.
How is that a test of how gullible your friends are?
Yes.
Because, alright, your friends are really fucking gullible.
If you can't get your dick into a toilet paper roll, it's big.
I'm gonna get a toilet paper roll and we're gonna talk about it.
What the fu- Cam? Are you gonna put your dick into a paper roll?
Okay, admittedly, a toilet paper roll is kind of flexible. But we're gonna shred a paper on it, so. Nonetheless, that's certainly a diameter. If you can't fit your dick in toilet paper roll, it's not a medical emergency, but you're probably an outlier?
You're probably a horse.
No, that's a Coke can.
Gross.
Fuck. I used to date someone who, like...
Was a Coke can?
No, they used to have a Coke can diameter penis, and they felt really bad that they no longer
What the
did.
fuck do you mean Coke can diameter? Nobody actually has that.
I think, you know, like the base, the base that the can stands on, that kind of ring, I think it was pretty much like that.
That's still
But I never encountered it in that form, so I was just like, thank you, dear. I'm sure it was wonderful.
or upsetting, depending on your metric.
Well, it's not like I had a problem with the way it was.
Oh, hang on
now,
a second.
but,
Is this album done? I need to put
actually, it was kind of too large, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It's like, there is such a thing as too much dick. You have, like, a necessary amount, and above that, it's just like, where are you gonna put it? You can't put it anywhere.
in a shoebox.
Yes, you win the butt pencil test. You're the maker of your own destiny. It's a competition because your penis is your worth as a human. That's literally on our end. Also because people get bored really easily. That's the other half of it. The palm of the hand thing.
What?
It's just so someone can, like, push your hand into your face when you're gullible enough to do it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it.
Because teenagers are awful.
I
Actually,
drew a tangent.
you usually get that one when you're a child, not even a teenager yet. So, what?
I drew some tangents.
What?
I drew some tangents.
So that was the thing that happened. Alright,
Sorry, this uncomfortable silence is killing me. I need to finish inking this and then change the track.
okay. Oh, I didn't...
Yeah, the
I
music
didn't
went
fucking
away.
hear the music.
Yeah, the music expired
Uh,
because I only had this one album queued up.
yeah. Like, frankly, the physical dimensions of your genitalia are probably relevant, but they don't guarantee any kind of sexual encounter. It is quite literally what you do with it. If all you do is, like, jackhammer it away into someone's thigh, it's not gonna go well.
I have heard that people who are generously endowed don't feel the need to be any good in bed because they think that their
You're
gear
fucking lazy.
compensates for it.
Yeah. Like,
Though that could also just be sour grapes.
yeah, there's also something to be said for having the confidence of having the correct genitalia. It's like, oh, I will be great in bed, therefore I am confident and want to have fun. You know, so there's that. Like, there's a whole bunch of different factors.
Yeah.
More so than your diameter and length.
I have heard of a
So-
couple people that I know personally who I won't tell you who they are.
I think I probably know who it is. I won't fucking say it!
Who have found their endowment to be challenging.
It has to go in places, you know.
Do I just want to put on M83? Fuck it. We're
Let men bum stars.
just gonna go really downbeat.
Like, since the usual qualification of sex is a part goes in another part, you have to keep in mind the internal aspects and that you don't actually want to, like, physically harm your partner. even if they're into that, it's generally considered rude. Like,
I mean, rude is
this
so weird.
shouldn't be a side effect. It shouldn't seem inevitable, because that's just called incompatibility, right? Like, maybe you should date someone with appropriately sized genitals. So then you have to be more selective, I guess.
Yep. Hey, what is the... I have a Twitch question. What does the battery mean next to somebody's username?
Is it just an icon you can pick?
I don't know what it means.
Is this about bird culture?
Birds' rights activists?
No. I haven't followed the conversation in terms of birds.
Turbo? What's Twitch Turbo?
Oh,
they don't see ads. Oh, okay.
Interesting. I did hear about the dude with 2 functioning dicks. He got a lot more creative and funny questions than letting 2 vaginas, as you might have guessed from the way that people are about things.
You know what's weird about the guy?
It's just like, if you don't know what's there, you'll miss it.
I was gonna
like,
say...
Oh, did you save one for marriage? And it's like, you know.
What? That's weird. What's interesting is that he doesn't have any context for having one dick.
It's true.
So...
You'll never know what it's like to... Well, the thing is, he can operate one or the other, like, because one gets hard first, I think.
So specific.
They don't get hard in synchrony. One gets kind of halfway there, then the other starts up on the first one. It's a process. As you can imagine, he's very familiar with this, because they're externally gets familiar with it. I think Lady with 2 vaginas, like, I didn't know until, like, a gyno was like, so, you know, there's something.
Shit's all fucked down there.
Are you aware that there's, like, this detour? I think that's how...
The path less traveled.
I read both those threads on the same night, and like, so, yeah. Things are real. The thing is, those 2 people would not be compatible, because, like, technically she has just, like, a partition, and one of them sort of flattens.
He's partitioned her drive map!
Whereas he's got, like, 2 sticking out, like, he could DP somebody probably. I'm sure that he's
probably
tried.
have.
He's had, detailed adventures that he transcribed for people.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, because you would if you had them.
So why the fuck not?
If that's the only thing that makes you special, you'll just go with that. Yeah.
Everybody's special.
Yeah, no,
Some
honestly,
people are more
sex
special.
really is what you
Yep.
about it. Yeah, I mean, it's true because you can always buy bits, or some people just never had bits, or some people break their bits, some people bits don't work. You really gotta be creative.
I am
Partition
inking.
the feed drive!
God damn it. I am inking with a split tip pen.
Got ink in your slit.
God damn it. Like a duck with a decoy vagina?
I think that's just called
A
dragon.
duck blind. See, now we're gonna start talking about cum tubes.
Do we have to?
It's my stream, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. That's the difference. That is the difference between my Loading Ready live stream and this one, is that I will talk about cum tubes.
Well, and if you must, do you know that they sell a formula to be put in them?
I do!
Is there anyone that blends their own, is what I want to know? Like, can you save up your own and put it in, like these natural harvests? This is the thing that if you've been on the internet long enough, you will inevitably find out about.
No, why would we tell people about Natural Harvest?
Because it exists.
Don't look that book up.
You'll find out anyways.
You will rip your eyes out.
Snobby.
You will rip your eyes out and stomp on them.
Like, because
and then set fire to the ashes.
And he made, like, an ebook. I'm pretty sure it's just an ebook you can download of semen recipes. Things made primarily of semen are things involving semen. And, like, he advises that you jack off into an ice cube tray to save up enough to do because if you're gonna do a pasta sauce, you can't just use, like, a teaspoon.
Who the what?
And he's a fucking snob about it, of, like, how the flavor is only for people who can really appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, you're the natural inevitability of snobs. Like, you were bound to happen someday, but I'm still surprised that you exist. Holy shit.
That's fucked up.
I'm sorry for anyone new to the stream if they weren't expecting discussion of semen.
Oh god! I'm so the people who are like, oh man, Alex has a streaming channel. Let's go check it out. Oh,
oh, his girlfriend's here.
Not like this. Not like this.
I think this preceded my knowledge of Bad Dragons, knowing this cookbook existed.
God damn. Can we not talk about Natural Harvest?
But, like, yeah.
That legit makes me a little uncomfortable.
Like, as long as you're...
It's funny to just, like, bust out...
pranking someone in their food. Because that's on par with, like, someone with a food allergy being like, I can't eat this, and you thinking they're picky.
It's like, well, you didn't order it...
stuff in their food.
You didn't order it without semen. Gross.
Well, I feel like that's the thing you have to consent to. You have to
I was gonna say, like, that's probably sexual assault.
That is actually a sex act, because it's not usually a food. See, it is like a smart-ass thing to do, but like, you get into talk about veganism, and is oral sex even remotely the same as animal product? Because like, they've been weird about like yeast and honey, and this like has come out of a person. So like, when I worked at Rebar, I asked Peter, and he just gave me this look, and I was like, alright, fine. But then I see this thing on the internet of like, raw vegans comparing their bodily flavor to like particular purity of experience, and I'm like,
what the fuck?
So your flavor's important? And
what
eating
the
out
fuck?
Is so bad. Like,
I've heard of eating out, but this is ridiculous.
Food purity culture is fucking insane.
Well, I can't think of, apart from a chemical, like a strictly scientific point of view, purity, as it relates to people, is a very creepy idea.
Yeah, like it feels really good if you're doing it right, and if you're doing it wrong, it's literally the worst thing. And so I feel like opting out is a really great idea.
Someone with a Canadian law degree, giving someone food made of semen without consent is a sex crime.
I feel like that is quite accurate.
You ever want to go to jail for lasagna?
I feel like Alfredo is more of a...
That's...
You don't want curd like
Did you have to go there? Why is this happening to me?
Well, at least it wasn't like, heartburn. I think bacon would not. See, sometimes I hate it when we mix the cucumber, but this time we had fun.
You have fun.
What was that even for? That could have been for so many things.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
I get to live with this.
Yeah, you're stuck. But yeah, like, let's not even start talking about, like, the food purity, because it's actually just really sad. I used to work, something like a decade ago, I was some raw vegans, and it got steadily more alarming, and because one of them wasn't to start with, and the other one sort of, like, indoctrinating her, and then it was just like, we no longer have anything to talk about, even when not related to food. This is kind of horrifying. And my boss, who wasn't a raw vegan, just decided to hide. That was an interesting couple of months. We should all be adults here, because this is not a thing that is appropriate for younger people to be receiving.
Maybe I should put the 18+ warning on this show again.
That's a good idea. Like,
I guess, but the problem is that it kept starting. Oh no, wait, that was my.
Can you turn down the music a bit, apparently?
Here, hold on. I don't think it was that loud. There you go. You should just sit closer.
I only came here for a little while. I want to go do
Bullshit. That is patently untrue.
Because the music's drowning me out. You guys are adorable.
Yeah.
Where do I put this thing?
Ass.
Aside from in your butt.
Ass. Excuse me.
You're not giving me better instructions.
Instructions unclear.
Instructions unclear, controller stuck in butt. Excuse me. I don't actually know where I am relative to the camera. So I'll just stay here.
We are... There you go.
Okay, yeah, that works. That's pretty good. Just your ears and, like, the center and then my face.
Yeah, this position on this camera is not great.
Instructions unclear. Semen stuck in pasta sauce.
God damn.
I don't think that's stuck. So much as deliberately placed. Even if the instructions were not in fact clear. You done goofed. You done goofed into your sauce. That's what you done.
Do you call it goofed whenever you... Never mind.
I picked that up from the manga translation, and now I like it, just for ridiculous.
So now you know I'm thinking of... So, oh, yuck!
Please don't ever do that again. I don't. Is that what you've been trying to say? Is that in fact the meaning of
Oh
noise?
god!
Why would you do this?
I don't
Mike?
make that noise usually. Usually.
Good.
I don't. You would. Oh man. You want something that would get you thrown out of bed. It's just like.
Any Disney sounds at all will get you thrown out of bed.
Any Disney sounds as you climax or at any point. Other
Yes.
point.
Like I know of a friend who will make like Donald Duck noises.
In bed?
No, just as like a gimmick, because he thinks it's cute, and I think children like it. But it freaks the ever living shit out of me. It's like that's a sound that you're making from your mouth, and because it's like it's very soft sometimes, and so you can't even tell that it's coming from a person. But no, he's making that sound, and I don't like it, and it needs to stop. But I only see him like twice a year, so he has canonically Goofy, and I think Scrooge is procreated because he has like
His grandchildren.
no, he has nephews.
Oh, so
someone
maybe not.
Scrooge is related to has procreated.
Weird.
I'm glad that we could help you out with your inability to stop laughing.
Yes, this is sort of the like all inappropriate all the time stream,
Yeah.
as wildly contrasted from my normal
If you
stuff.
don't have anything appropriate to say, come and talk to us. Ruined mostly for the better. I'm afraid I don't quite follow. I think the only Hanna-Barbera thing I ever truly got into was Pinky and the Brain. Is that Hanna-Barbera?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That was
But, like-
Warner Brothers.
Okay, fair enough. Hanna-Barbera to me is like Jetsons and Flintstones.
That's correct.
Which is a thing I watched, but only because it was on the television and I was a child. Like, I didn't even really like Animaniacs because it was, like, too zany for me at that age.
Careful.
Now it would be probably just zany enough for me because I'm mature. But I really did love Pinky and the Brain because it was, like, it used big words and it was fucking clever and weird. Like, I couldn't get enough of that. And it was slapstick, but not primarily slapstick, which is what I felt Animaniacs was
God
all
damn it!
about.
That's smudged.
Well, fix it in
Shit! Yeah.
post. Succotash is actually a type of, like, relish, which I never knew. I thought it was, like, a cooked sauce.
So no, that is what it is.
It's a cooked relish, basically.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty
Like beans
sure.
and succotash, it's like a,
Beans and corn.
it's a thing.
Maybe it's just a side dish.
Maybe.
It's a food.
I don't like this hand. It looks like poop.
That's a hand?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. It,
I'll just redraw it in
I think it's
post.
because his other finger is, like,
Her other finger.
intersecting directly with that knuckle. And
Yeah,
it's
this
weird.
looks like shit. Oh, it's off the page, so people can't see how it looks like shit.
You were fortunate, now you're not.
Something you can goof
So-
in. God damn it!
Please don't goof into succotash.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
It's beans and corn. So it's like a
Beans and corn.
not like a casserole, but more like
Fuck.
fuck. See, I really screwed myself because now I have nowhere to place my wrist that isn't gonna fuck up this picture.
You could let it dry and put paper over it.
Well, we can talk about poop and peep.
Do we have to?
Yes. Well, not poop and peep. Hi.
Okay, side dish I think is perhaps a good one.
Beans and cornbread.
It's like, how, what do you fucking call it? A bread salad.
What the fuck do you mean bread salad?
Bread salad from Italy.
What?
I'm trying to remember the name, alright? Give me a second.
Bread salad?
Fuck. But that's what we're talking about. It's like a side vegetable dish. It's cooked, but it's not, like, it's still kept kind of fresh. I don't know if I'm describing it right. Bread salad. Oh, there was a fucking, like, Jamie Oliver recipe. Panzanella, that's the fucking thing. Yeah, that's what it made me think of. Like, a heated vegetable side dish. It's not really based on cooking it to death. What?
You're not looking at what I'm drawing.
Is that box goofing?
You done goofed.
Candle salad? Is
I-
that wax beans or is that actual candles? Because, like,
That's gross.
I mean, I'm not gonna kink shame your food, but I am gonna kink shame your food.
Okay, I think this is dried enough for me to ink on.
They think your boob skills are on point.
My what?
Your boob skills. Food drawing skills.
They're not that good. Well, at least
it could be a pun on nipples because on point.
The problem is that like they don't look that great when I ink them on stream. Like, hang on a sec.
Well, they need shading. Once
I'm gonna show them some spoilers so that we can assess my boob drawing skills.
Ooh. Well, I think they probably can guess where they're coming from.
Could you grab my sketchbook, please?
Where?
In my bag.
Your butt's right here. I think you should appreciate the sacrifice I'm making.
Thank you.
And not deliberately fucking you up. I'm a monster.
Yup. I didn't say it.
I laugh, but it's true. There you go.
Okay, hold on.
That's why you gotta draw more teats, apparently.
More teats.
So you can get good.
Yeah, see, it's like, it's okay.
Kitty face!
It's okay.
Garbage plastered kitty face.
It's not the greatest.
I've seen worse.
Well, okay, so the thing with the sewer sprite is that wherever possible, I'm going to conceal her nudity through clever camera angles, and when I actually can't do that, she's just going to be covered in mud. We will call it
like
mud.
Like a high tide line across like your collarbone. Please do that.
That's not mud.
Well, no. Mud.
Sorry, this panel I'm really proud of.
So, okay, you'll have to describe Candle Salad to us because I don't know how to click through that. Is it sort of like the Nannerpuss that its food looks like a dick? But
What do you mean Nannerpuss?
I think that was a joke food from like Denny's, but it's still a thing because people wanted to buy it. It's a half a banana with the peels out like an octopus on top of your pancake.
Wait, there's a new spoiler. Can somebody link me to the new spoiler?
That's a salad? I thought it was like a sundae made in a lascivious manner. Like,
the fuck is a Nannerpuss?
it's a stack of pancakes with an octopus banana on it.
What the fuck's an octopus banana?
I just described it to you!
I wasn't listening.
So you peel the banana halfway and cut off the exposed banana, flip it upside down, and you have essentially a half banana octopus with peel tentacles.
That's fucked.
It is fucked. They made it into a commercial and then it was really popular.
That's fucked.
It's really fun to say. It's less phallic and more weird.
It sounds like a fun childhood memory, the Nannerpuss.
I feel like at least some of the people making the candle salad do know, and they take great joy in the people that don't. Because that's kind of how jokes perpetuate.
Joe X.
Is that some people are in on it, and then some people aren't and like it for real reasons, and some people aren't and just never know. Someone wants to show you a video. I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah. For reference, it's actually useless to link videos to me when I'm streaming because I can't watch them.
I don't know where we put them on the screen, to be perfectly honest. It's appreciated, but we can't do things. Pillow pants. I'm not sure how this enters into the conversation.
Is that like parachute pants?
We're talking about the Nannerpuss. So like, is that like marshmallow shorts?
The Nannerpuss sounds like some sort of like.
It sounds like an oral sex maneuver.
Just give her the Nannerpuss, she'll come in 2 seconds. Or your
I
money
could
back.
stick my finger down your pants. But I'm not.
I would appreciate it if you didn't do that.
Yes, the Meek is genuinely really great.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take some.
She just doesn't wear a shirt. Like, that's...
She wears pants at one point.
She wears pants, but it's just like, you know what, she just doesn't care about shirts at all. It's simply a fact of her personality. It's always framed very well. Like, she has very realistic boobs, but it's never...
They're kind of featureless,
she's never posed
not...
specifically so that they are the luscious target of the image itself. It's like she just has tits that are not under a shirt, and you have to fucking deal with that.
It's basically like nudist colony nudity, which is like not...
Exactly!
Very clearly not actually sexual. She's just
it
like...
It could be, but it isn't.
She makes Pinter really uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, which is really funny.
Because
he's just not down with anything going on at that point. Pinter's having a real bad time.
Yep.
Yeah, they're realistic. Like, boobs don't behave. They don't behave. Like, in porn, boobs act a certain way because they're usually made out of, like, fake substances. Like, it took me a very, very long time, because it's not like this is a genre I research intently, but I do sort of know how to assess if someone has implants, because there's a very specific, visible difference when they're not wearing clothes. And you can sort of tell. Otherwise, it's not an exact science.
Fucked up his hands so bad.
That one's okay. Yeah, I don't know, I think those ones are fine.
Like, these are all gonna get redrawn.
Yeah. Non-sexual shirtlessness is great, but other people want to make their feelings my business. It's like, could you just keep your dick to yourself? Because I don't actually care about it.
No.
I don't know why I should have to care about this. I've realized recently that most of human experience is trying to make other people give a shit about your feelings, whether or not you deserve to have them do that. So a lot of the time you just be like, no, I don't give a shit about your feelings. You need to not make them my business because I don't care. Is this a shitpost?
Hmm?
Kinogami, are you possessed? What's happening? Is this like Elf on the Shelf in the Dark Universe?
What the fuck?
I think I preferred the marshmallow shorts. Ah, it's... Okay, that makes sense. It sounds like a Clerks thing.
I've not seen Clerks 2.
I saw most of Clerks 2, and then we just didn't finish the movie for some reason. I don't remember why. It was a donkey. That's such a weird joke. I mean, I've got some weird jokes in my repertoire and experience, but that one's particularly strange.
Yeah, it sounds like like the Aristocrats.
Sort of. Yeah, it sounds like a thing that really conservative or particularly scared parents would tell their children for whatever reason, but that would really be reassuring to kids that had actually perhaps experienced any kind of abuse. Because I think that they would perhaps know the difference. Yeah, there was a donkey. Ass to mouth? For fuck's sake. That one was pretty good, I'll give you that.
What's it from?
I don't know where it's from, but it's like a general saying, because it's a thing you shouldn't do. I don't think it needs to be from something specifically. From the ass is what we're related to. Although, like, apparently the reason they get away with that in porn is just, like, frequent application of enemas before a scene. Because you just sort of have to be up for anything. Although apparently you don't have to be up for anything with your permission, because once the cameras are rolling, they don't give a fuck.
Ugh.
Which is unfortunate, because you can't tell from looking at it
Yeah.
exactly when someone decided to go off the script and just be like,
Yeah.
alright, dicks go here now. So that's a thing.
Yeah, that's... The more I find out about that, the more I'm like, oh...
Yeah. Like,
I can't
when you
find
think about it, it's
anything
like,
good to spank it
we
to.
could probably expect that that is a reasonable thing to happen, but it just is another reminder of how relentlessly shitty people are to make a buck and have sex. Like, for fuck's sake. Kevin Smith. What else has he done besides the Clerks things? Like, I'm not super
Dogma.
up on names. Yeah, I'm okay, Dogma. Which I don't know if I've ever watched a Kevin Smith movie all the way through. I just don't remember how they end. I think they were all at friends' houses and it just never panned out that we finished watching them. It's really weird. I think I would like Dogma from what I saw of it.
It's really good.
Zack and Mimi Make a Porno sounded like a very bizarre film, so I'm alright with the fact that I haven't seen it. I will continue to be alright with that. It's kind of on par with the webcomic that was entitled Walkie Performs a Sex, which is just like, I don't know if this is supposed to be arousing or funny, but it is hitting neither of those notes for me, so
I mean,
perhaps it isn't for me.
It's on Slipshine, so
I'm
I
still not
imagine
gonna.
it's a smut comic.
You know, I might just because I'm curious, but I don't intend
I think
to.
I've read a little bit of it. It's like...
It just sounds so fucking embarrassing.
I think it's a little too cutesy to be...
Too cutesy and too, like, cringe humor. Just from the title is what it sounds like, and neither of those are things I want to be jacking off to. So...
Yes.
Thank you.
Is this page done?
Maybe. I mean, this is the bit you're gonna fix in post.
As a current Protestant dogma is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this thing here, and then I'm gonna use the bathroom, leaving you alone with the chat for a bit.
So what I was interested to find out when your dad was explaining the meaning of a word is that Catholicism literally means from a variety of sources.
Wait, what?
Because it was meant to encompass, like, the best parts of certain doctrines as opposed to, like, having to reject things because they didn't fit in your specific ideology. And yet, in current times, we think of Catholicism as the most hidebound, you know, repressed religion practiced in general. But I suppose maybe compared to others in their time, they weren't. This would require actual research. I just found it interesting. So I thought I would point it out. I certainly don't think they did everything right, even though they were taking from a variety of sources. But I like that they were trying, I suppose. Like, you gotta try. Where are we at? Blessed Golf Clubs? I think there was, like, some, like, naval vessel that was, like, blessing other ships with a spray gun, which sounds like a prank, but I suppose it's actually legit. Like, the newspaper told me this, it could be wrong. So... Christ. Yeah, it was meant to be unification of separate doctrines, because that's not a bad idea. But then, I think it did the thing that systems usually do, is that people who were shitty got in charge and were like, hey, we can use this to fuck with things. And then it's just kind of how it ended up. So... as basically any system is vulnerable to doing. Because, unfortunately, people. So... yeah! It doesn't necessarily reflect Catholicism in practice at any point in history, but you know how the academic intentions of a thing are often very different from the like real-world practice of the thing. You know, both of these things are true. One of them is what counts. It's sort of how it shakes out.
You like this?
I like it. Yeah, like, even though you're taken from different sources, then it becomes the source. Which is like, you forgot that this used to be different bits of things, right? I really do respect doctrines that attempt to enshrine the whole, other people get to be wrong because that's fine, and we don't get to force them to stop being wrong because that's not necessarily alright. It stops some people some of the time from being dicks, and I think that that's a good thing to try and have. So. Yeah, the thing is, like, systems, and Catholicism specifically, get fucked when people start making exceptions for themselves, because then the exceptions get more and more refined into the people we like and who can afford it, and the people we hate and would rather just die anyways. It's like, so now the system that you put in place to try and make the world less shitty is doing
the opposite!
The things that you set it up to fix, so you kind of fucked it up, so... indulgences, I swear to God. You can just buy forgiveness!
Holy fuck! What a capitalist thing.
Well, you know, someone's gotta fucking fund the churches is what it comes down to, and then once the churches are funded, you can have extra money. And so that happens.
Could you give me the toitus?
You wanna stick your dick in it?
Yes, I want to fuck the toilet paper roll.
It's gonna chafe you like hell.
I like a little chafe on my peen.
No, you don't.
I don't. That's what the lube is for.
Fuck.
You get your panor in there. Yeah, get in there. Pontiff?
That's a boat. You get like a pole and you pull it along. That's how that goes, right? There's this thing... Why are you doing that?
Because my nose is itchy.
Anyway, there's this thing on Tumblr where the beginning of a thread of comments will be, y'all don't understand what thing is. And then somebody will be like, oh no, I know what that is, and they'll define it as something that sounds like it but isn't.
They'll define it as a straw man.
The next person will come along and say, no, you're thinking of what it was. The thing is actually, they'll describe another thing that sounds like it. It's a pun.
Did you punch?
I saw it recently with
more like
communism.
A chunt.
It's like, oh, you guys don't know what communism is on this website. Well, it's like, no, I know what communism is. It's a place where you all go to share the same thing, and it's almost like, no, that's communal. What you're thinking of is a system whereby you deliver your perspective on a thing. It's like, no, that's commentary. What you're thinking of is... And the chain continues like this, willfully misinterpreting the thing with as many different words as you can think of, and I fucking love that. It's so fucking stupid, but it's very creative, and it's a team effort just to troll a person you'll never talk to in your life. So...
Harmlessly troll them.
Basically, because it's just... It's playing dumb in a way that lets people join in, and it doesn't have to be particularly mean-spirited. So, yeah, like it's a way to find happiness that is not overtly nasty and encourages creativity. So. Well, for fuck's sake! That's canon. Gun? Why doesn't it have legs? I'm not alright with this. Is this Gax? Who reads Wondermark? I think this is Gax. Someone's just asking you why. This is a dinosaur with a dick titty affliction on the top half? It's not a penis, it's a dinosaur that's trying to go really fast. Oh, it's angry now! Look at it charging in! Why does it have a tail? Is it charging it like some very suggestively shaped arch? It's like a stone arch, but it has like a clip. This is where the keystone is.
God damn it.
What, you don't want to draw a brick labia?
It doesn't even work.
Shut up, it totally works.
This perspective is all fucked. No pun intended. God, I really hope this isn't against Twitch TOS.
That's not really an arch so much as a hole in a wall, but
I like that he's gonna smash his head into this, like, bah!
He's gonna fracture himself.
Oh god. This is so
Did you see that Oglaf with like the vagina labyrinth?
Yes.
The labyrinth, as it were. I really like Oglaf. It's really good. And sometimes not even sexual. Like, you could show one or two of them to your squeamish relatives if you wanted to. Is this an emergency? I am sure the Pokemon staff have drawn some real fucked up shit. Trash Weasel! Yes, you have arrived in time for the shit posting.
Wait, what?
What? Trash Weasel.
Is somebody you know?
I feel like we've seen them before.
Maybe? I don't know.
Trash Weasel, have you been here before? Or am I just being confused?
I thought they might be one of your friends.
Well, they said they got here. I don't particularly have friends from this chat. There's people I recognize. I do not actually speak to them outside of this chat. They're still nice.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's all good. The Sithrak ones are really good. I like that it's sort of a parody of like overly religious people, and sort of just like a parody of like the idea of religion in the first place. Like, no, this god just hates you. There's nothing you can do. So do whatever you want, because you're gonna die anyway. What a terrible faith. It's like the worst
okay, the
possible
origin
god.
story for Sithrak is so beautiful.
Yes, see, Trash Weasel's been here before. There you go. Why is Nixon on a penis? Dixon?
Mason Dixon?
I've been derailed by whatever's happening now. Oh yeah, the thing that trying to put
sorry.
warnings on nuclear waste
It's
storage facilities.
It's Richard Dixon's monster?
I don't get it. Why does he have a nail hanging off his ear?
It's not his ear.
Does he have dicks going into his ear? Why is his chest angry? Oh!
Now you're just being obstinate.
No, I didn't realize there were bolts. I really didn't. I thought it was hanging off his ear.
Dick Nixon.
Eat me. You need to know it. You need to know it. Jesus Christ.
That's a really good gift. What should I draw?
Dick Dixon's dick. Dicking around in the district. We have fun. Yeah, I like it's the long now is what you're calling it. The attempt to warn future generations away from nuclear waste storage facilities in some way that they might universally cotton on to as this is actually a bad idea. We're not just saying it because we want the shit that's here. Get the fuck out. And the way that they phrased it is really fucking eerie, but might actually last. Who knows? We can only hope. Like, why does he have a top hat on his dick? Can you make it into a top hat with like a ball sensor bar? Hey! Anyone read the series of fandom shit posts that were the very secret diaries as Lord of the Rings fanfiction? Because there was the pointy hat trick, and that is whatever I think about whenever hat dick shenanigans are mentioned.
Yeah. Speaking of hat dick shenanigans...
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What a perfect segue! What a perfect segue! Oh, it's flawless.
How dare you!
How did we meet? How did we meet?
We should just, like, make a webpage for this. So you're a full-time internet, and have been for years. He made a video for Graham and Morgan's whatever thing, in which he was ridiculous and cute and had his hat on.
Such a fucking nerd.
He was a huge nerd. It was really adorable. And he was also, like, he was a smooth-faced, tiny nerd.
I've watched that video. It's hideous.
I can't find it anymore. I'm really upset. So, like, he existed and was on the internet, and I'd seen the first Desert Bus on my laptop. It was sort of a thing that I was aware of, and I was like, this is really cool, it happens in the city. And then the second year, I just sort of showed up, because people did. They just sort of showed up and sat in this, like, tiny, overheated white room, and did shit, and I think I tried to wax Bill's legs. May he rest in peace, with the hair that never came off his legs. And at one point, like, there were people putting shit up for auction, and, like, you joked that you would auction off your hat earlier in the year, and I was like, I would like to purchase his hat. I should suggest that he do that. And then, like, I think you were startled enough or impressed enough that someone wanted to buy your hat that you agreed to do that. And so I purchased his hat through auction for the high price of, like, $200-something, which... I had a better job back then, so it was fine. And I could actually afford to do that. I think I gave them cash, basically. And then you were chuffed enough about that that you phoned Graham and you're like, I come to town because my family lives here. I could just bring it to you at Christmas?
I was gonna drop it off in person and meet you, and then just be a massive creep.
Excuse me, we're getting to that.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to meet a person. Okay, this is definitely the same as the thing I was intending. This is fine. Because I'm gonna get the hat, right?
God, I feel so awful.
Can you let me finish?
I'm sorry! I'm self-conscious.
Spoilers, he's a huge fucking nerd. So we go and we meet up at Curious. And I'm like, I don't really get out much. Like, especially since, like, I graduated, I don't really go meet people, and this was, like, a full-time internet, so I'm like, I'm gonna meet someone. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up! Don't fuck this up.
I got bad news for you.
Shush! So... You were making me tell this story, you shut the fuck up. So, right, so we meet up at Curious, and then we go to, like, the Brickyard for some awkward pizza, and then we're sitting at, like, the seats in front of the window, like, at the bar in front of the window, and, like, you get out your laptop and start showing me your portfolio.
I don't remember that.
You showed me your portfolio from school.
Oh, no! God, just
like,
fucking
short
kill me.
animation test, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but alright.
Ugh!
Because, like, I wasn't particularly opposed, but I didn't understand the point.
Oh god, I hate
So
myself.
it was like, alright, we're doing a hanging out with people thing. This is how humans talk. And they suggested we go hang out at my house!
Oh, Jesus. What is wrong with me?
Which I was slightly less sure of because I'd met you like an hour before. But also I knew like where I could
Did I seriously come on that strong?
Yeah, like you didn't really seem like you were paying attention. You seemed a little bit out of it. So, which is part of why I thought it would be fine, because you didn't really seem like a person acting
No.
with negative intent. Also, I know where I could go to like break your kneecaps if I had to, and that was your
True.
friend's house. So, basically, if someone's a full-time internet,
An
you can usually
insufferable
follow them to their boss and be like, "Hey, this person's an
fucking
awful person."
nerd.
But
What was this, like,
I felt like you
6
perhaps
years
wouldn't
ago?
be an awful fucking nerd.
Was this like 7?
So you got to go to my house.
Maybe 8 years ago?
This is when I lived on Balmoral, so like
Because it was before I moved here.
it was 2011. I think it was 2011.
Was
It was no, maybe 2010.
Yeah, that's
Because this was before I even considered going to college, and I went to college in 2012.
I think it was at least 6 or 7 years.
7 years maybe.
That sounds about
Yeah.
right.
I was dating someone else at the time. Like, shut the fuck up.
I'm such a creep!
It's true, but I'm living with you, so what do you fucking care?
Okay, full disclosure, old Alex was an awful piece of nerd shit.
He did some things.
And
he was in a mental space that he is not in anymore. But you know what? Like, you've met my fucking brother. You know the kind of people that I've encountered. So I think I can safely say that you're not fucked up enough for me to consider it a problem.
I guess, I'm just... Fuck. You know
If you don't cut this out, I'm gonna stop telling the story.
Okay, I will try to let them finish.
Because, okay, that's how we met, so technically the crime is fulfilled. But, so we hung out, and it was super fucking awkward, but, like, not in a bad way. It was just like, I don't know what's going on. This is a thing. I'm kind of alright with this, but I also am dating someone, so I don't particularly know what I'm supposed to be doing in this situation. So, like, he went back to Toronto eventually, because he fucking lived there. And we, like, chatted on GChat for, like, ages and ages and ages. Because, like, you were having a pretty shitty time of it over there in Toronto.
Oh boy!
And I like being able to talk to a person. Because I think it was at the point where I wasn't talking with my former friends. Like, we'd gotten evicted and moved to separate places, and I was still kind of cheesed at them. Because they left me with the cat that was the reason they were evicted. Who was a
Poor
sweetheart,
Ted.
but he always had piss troubles. So...
Yeah.
So the bunch of us weren't talking. So it was nice to have a chum that I was then chatting with. And that was Alex. And eventually he moved back here, and I'm pretty sure before you moved back here I had broken up with my ex, because...
I fucking hope so.
It was
Maybe
sort
not?
of- it was not really meant to be, but it was like the inertia sort of thing. It was like, I could break up with you, or I could just continue doing what I've always done, because that's what I'm doing right now. But eventually I did. So, you know how that goes. He wasn't a bad guy, he was just like, I don't want to marry you. So perhaps you should date someone who might want to do that.
So if you learn something from this, it's that you can be an awful, repulsive, shitty little nerd and go on to not be those things, hopefully.
That is a way you could phrase that.
Yeah.
The way you could also phrase it is, sometimes you do shit that's kind of fucked up. If you are aware of that and attempt to do otherwise, you are on a pretty
You are
good
so fucking dumb when you're young. And young
It's
is
really
like
true.
is a wide gamut. Like your entire way through your 20s
Yeah.
is like an extension of your teenagerhood.
Don't
And
even ask about my interactions with Morgan, like, please don't.
the first time you met him and he was on shrooms.
That was one of the more dignified parts of our friendship. Like, and it hasn't even been like an extensive friendship. But like, I don't consider my meeting up with you to be part of a string of bad decisions, despite the fact that shitty things occurred and
No, you were definitely a good decision in amongst a bunch of really, really bad decisions.
so the fact that I wasn't making a bad decision means that your decisions weren't the worst,
No.
and that learning is a process. You learned, and that does actually count. You didn't just say, oh, that was shitty, I'll do otherwise, and then not. Like,
Yeah.
you had an ounce of self-awareness, and you did the thing. That counts. Yeah, like, every now and then you just get like that montage of shit you did when you were younger, you're like, oh wow, I was terrible. And you just get to live with that for like the week until you forget it again.
Yeah.
There were things that I did in 7th grade.
That you
which is-
still
we're
think
talking
about?
like 15 years ago, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm the worst, and there's no way I can make it up.
Yeah, I do
Like,
that all
it
the
was
time.
just like a shitty sort of negligence thing. Like I made a promise to a younger kid of like, oh, we'll do this nice thing for you because I'm your older kid buddy that was assigned, and I never did the thing for them. Even though
You've
they're
always-
grown up now, I still feel really
You
shitty.
probably
that
are
I
like,
didn't
who the
do
hell are
thing.
you?
They'd be like, I don't want this thing now. Why would I want this? It's like, because I feel bad. Sometimes you just have to live with the fact that you're a fuck up and then try not to do it again. It's a Nixon potato. I don't know why the potato has the face. Give it like a bowler hat. Why is it sitting directly on the potato? But yeah, I'm leaving out the details that are not any of the internet's business to know, but that is essentially how Alex and I met. There's plenty of details like that in any normal human family. It's fine!
Oh, I'm such a creep!
It doesn't actually possess you, it's not a thing that you need to give up. I say
I really hope that
as though I should
I really hope that I've become less of a shitty nerd.
Generally, yeah.
Dear God, I hope
also,
so.
Also, none of us really go out much. We can't really do it.
Yep.
We're not actually shitty because we don't leave the house.
Oh, there's always the internet. No, we get out, just not
we
super
do
often.
sometimes. Yeah, that's true.
Ah, the
I
cringe
don't
is
know if that's doing guilt right, because guilt, honestly, is frequently a useless emotion. It's just there to make you feel bad, and it doesn't affect any other change than that. Like, all it is, you know, beating yourself over the head with a thing that has occurred and will not change. If you use it to then not do that thing, I mean, that's super useful, but otherwise it's just like, this is just a thing you're inflicting on yourself, and you don't actually have to do that. Like,
guilt is the mind killer.
well,
Yeah.
guilt is like, it's like masturbatory prison feelings. It's like, you're just going to be stuck in this, and not do anything else because of how bad it is, so it would be better if you weren't stuck. This doesn't mean that you should forget it entirely, but that it does not need to consume you, you know. Talking about my electric truck is fucked, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It had an encounter with another car because I'm an idiot, so now I get to find another car! I'm sorry guys, I know that you might have actually been interested in that. I've been like the electric truck ambassador for as long as I have had it and been driving it, so, you know. It was a reasonably reliable work vehicle, but it also wasn't the best choice for— it should not have been my first vehicle. Because it has a range limit, and it wasn't a new vehicle, and it didn't charge well in winter, which is when you really need a vehicle. So, is that a shiny hot dog?
Yes.
Why?
Because Seth Rogen told me to.
Fuck Seth Rogen,
I
actually
know.
don't.
See, now I'm just thinking about Food Fight.
Yeah, like I'm very sad about my truck, but at the same time I'm now free of my truck.
Yeah.
So it's like this is the very definition of mixed feelings.
Yep.
Like, I got very attached to this object of mine that I owned for far too large an amount of money. But now I might actually get one that will serve me in the purposes I need it for. It's, yeah. It was an interesting thing to own. Like, I'm glad I had that experience, but it was also a complete pain in the ass sometimes, because this was an aftermarket conversion. Someone took a 20-year-old vehicle, or like a 15-year-old vehicle, like it's 2001, and took out the engine, put in a motor, and a converter, and the thing that brings it from the charger to the batteries. And, you know, so it functioned, but it had quirks that I did not at all know how to navigate, being as I'm not a full-time electric truck. So, yeah. Honestly, I could have gotten in more with the local electric truck club, which is perhaps a dozen people strong, but the 2 times I went, it went entirely over my head and I felt like a fucking moron, so I figured, like, I will get the thing because I need a vehicle. This will be the right choice. Or was the right choice? I mostly didn't just go because it was, like, a really steep learning curve and everyone already knew what the fuck they were talking about. Like, they weren't even actively excluding me, they were just, like, in another zone about it. So I'm like, no, I'm not, no.
You don't want to become the club.
I'm too much of a weenie to beg you to tell me what the fuck electricity is. Yeah. This is why it was a bad choice to make. But, you know, these things happen.
We all make bad choices.
Oh, you have one of the Volkswagens with the thing. Yeah. Like, you've already got a car, so frankly, if it's not as bad as other cars, I'd say stick with it, because you do just need that as a tool for your life. thing I've had to come to terms with is like putting the onus on individuals to save the world by micromanaging every action is like not only irresponsible, kind of impossible, because like we are just humans with limited amounts of money. Corporations need to step up and do their fucking share of not ruining the planet.
Well, so do we.
This is not to say that we should stop recycling, but one person becoming the purest green eco-warrior is not necessarily going to tip the tide. So it has to be balanced. Like, I need to not be as much in debt anymore. So I'm going to get a conventional fucking vehicle. Because, you know, life is a series of compromises. So... do you think that they will recall your car and you'll have to get another one with like a rebate? Or do you have the option of keeping it? Volkswagen.
I found this by the side of the road, all banged up and tarnished. How appropriate. Lol.
Yeah, like, even though my truck is fucked, I do miss the
Why
truck.
should I draw in this corner?
I got accustomed to it, even the bits that are now
I'm sorry.
kind of rusty and crushed.
Flip on my butt.
I'm trying to be in scene. Like, I'm now behind your head. This is dumb. Yeah, Arclight Dynamo, I think you've got it. Did I give you guys the Jewish philosophy adage that I heard?
Hmm?
I can't remember the exact source of this, but
Out of trouble.
It is not to you to fix damage to the world, but neither are you allowed to ignore it entirely.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do it all. You
But
have to
do some of it.
Like, because if no one does any of it, we're all fucked.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's the thing, is because it is literally always easier to just lie on your face and accept the sweet release of death. But, you know, then you haven't changed it. It's like you just accepted it was bad and that it could continue to be that way. Like, or we could not do that. So, yeah. Oh boy.
Goblin.
Yeah, as long as you end up with a vehicle and not, like, more debt or a shittier vehicle, it should be pretty okay, I think. Yeah, like, there's always a ton of little things you can do. Like, I honestly feel really fucking weird if I don't recycle. Because that's just how I've always done. It's like, what do you mean throw it in the garbage? Why would I do that? Partly this hamstrings me when things just need to be fucking thrown out, but then part of it is like, you really could just put it in the correct place and go like a half an hour to the depot, but you could make big trips, right? Like, save it up. So, I think Tikkun Olam is the one I'm thinking of. That sounds familiar. I probably wasn't phrasing it the way I'd read it, so...
Tikkun Olam.
Is this... What is that?
Hmm?
This is the Matrix.
What?
This is the Matrix.
No, it isn't.
It's a furry?
What?
Does he have rockets coming out of his mouth?
God damn it. I'm so shitty at drawing.
Yeah, like, honestly, food waste drives me nuts. It makes me feel really bad when food is genuinely bad enough that I have to throw it out. It's a constant process to make sure that I make use of it before it does that. 'Cause that takes up my time and attention to make sure that happens, but it's worth doing. Honestly, that's why I think leaning a little more on frozen foods or canned foods would not hurt me, because those things don't go bad as fast, and I won't have to fucking throw them out when I have, like, a complete minimum of spoons week, you know? Like,
Which is a lot of the time.
it happens.
Same with me.
Yeah. These things are called convenience foods for a reason. So, yeah, I like that stores have started donating their food. Like, I like that that's a thing that people are being
I think that should be like...
pressured into, because you should be peer pressured into not wasting goddamn food.
I mean, I think it should be the law that you have to give away your waste
I
food.
think in Germany it is now,
That's good.
because, you know, Germany is kind of on that sort of thing. You can't quite follow the different bits going by. Oh god, so I'm putting a whole turkey in a donation bin?
Well, that's
not even well intentioned.
That's just grandma's good intentions gone awry.
Why would you put no? Like, I don't care if it was raw or cooked. That's a bad fucking idea. Yeah. The thing is, I like the places sell servings that are gigantic because then it's my lunch for the next day. Like, and a lot of places in town have started doing take-up containers that are like plastic containers you can reuse, like it's a free storage container. So like, this serves me very well. Like, I get lunch for the next day and a food box. I consider that a great deal. But like, the people will just leave food on their plate that they've paid for and they're not going to eat and throw away. So it drives me fucking nuts. Like, why would you do that? You paid for that. It's yours. Don't give it back. What the fuck?
A gross, dirty, used bra in the donation? Why?
It's not a garbage can. Fuck. Sometimes things do actually need to be thrown out. But, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, food banks can do really well if they have like $100 to $200 to work with, because they go and they buy shit for like crazy cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if the waste food were simply distributed in a different format, it might not be so bad, because it's just like, it's different food. It's all from fresh produce. If you can move that faster to people instead of warehousing it, that could be pretty good.
Domino's.com, yeah. What if you don't have enough spoons to deal with a delivery person?
Well,
that can happen.
Then you hope you survive till the next day and can eat like rice crackers.
Jesus.
Yeah. It sort of gets to me, like, I've realized that when people say that, oh, you're choosing to not fend for yourself, do you think people would choose to do that? Do you think they would choose to have difficulty eating?
No.
That's not a thing people do for fun.
Oh, you're just being lazy.
It's literally not actually...
It's like, I'm starving to death.
It's not actually any kind of just world. Some people have trouble with, like, completely normal bullshit. Why are you doing this?
I'm trying to hug you. That's weird.
You should keep things like peanut butter and, like, literally just eat it off the fucking spoon.
Oh, man.
Is what I do. Like,
yeah.
Keep a thing that will always be available to be food. You can just literally
you
stuff
can
it in
use
your face.
A spoon to eat some.
Peanut butter is like a last ditch, but it's like godsend because it is a food. I think Luca was saying like they sell little cracker packages where he lives. So you can just buy a pack of crackers that's flavored and eat that if you can't stand making a meal. So.
It's time for Heart of Glass.
Oh, Blondie. Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Low Spoon Moments, honestly, as long as you eat a food, you're doing okay, because you just need to not die. Like, if you were having a bad day, eat a food. I don't care if it's a candy bar. Keep your fucking self alive,
That's why I'm so fat. Gross.
You don't eat candy bars like that.
Yes,
you
I
eat,
do.
like, rice like that.
What?
Rice and chicken.
You don't see me when I'm out. I eat a lot of ice cream bars.
You can afford to eat at a restaurant. You're doing okay.
I suppose.
Like,
it's true. I'm doing.
There's a difference between like low spoons and like.
I'll tell you.
Lazy eating habits. Sometimes they overlap.
I'll tell you. I'm doing far and away much better than I used to. I found a photo of myself, and this was just kind of arresting to look at. It was me with my chin laid on a table at a restaurant, and I had spelled out the word poor in pennies.
Oh no.
And I just had this sour expression on my face, like...
Yeah, like you've come from not being able to eat, so you are eating.
Yep.
This future self is just to eat different things now. Like, it comes in phases.
Yep.
You do one thing at a time. Staying alive is, in fact, the most important part. Game of Inches.
It is a game of inches. Are you stealing my shit? No, it's all fucked.
Oh yes, spoons. They are an abstract representation of how much do a thing you have available. Generally, the representation is that disabled people have so many fewer to begin with that it's like having a handful with 4 spoons in it. You're spending one of those on getting into your clothes. You're spending one of those on making breakfast. You have 2 left. What do you do with your day?
So almost like, nothing.
I have the wherewithal to do 4 things. And the fact that you think that I should be working a 9-to-5 job is actually absurd because I have enough difficulty doing this other thing.
It's also, you can dig deep and get more spoons, but you're borrowing out of tomorrow.
Yeah, like, you can often do, like, emergencies. You can, like, normal people do this, like, to press through emergencies as they dig deep and they get through and they survive, but then they're fucked up for, like, a couple days. It could be a couple weeks, you know, if you have a disability. Like, and the thing is, it's not, it bypasses the value judgment of, oh, I guess you just didn't want to do that. It's like, if I had the
Fuck you.
If I had the capability, I would put it towards that. I am trying to get through my entire day, and I know I can only do 2 things.
Well, pretty much
It's
it's like
not that I don't want to leave the house and see all my friends. It's that
must-
I want to be able to eat dinner. Like,
yeah, it must be nice being able to approach life's many struggles with a full supply of willpower and energy.
yeah, there are actually people like that. Like, it's good for them.
You should get on an exercise. That was today, like the most that was the most recent what's it called? Depression Comics was about that. Where this woman's lacing up her shoes to go exercising because she's like, exercise is good for depression. And she looks at the door and it just says nope across it. And she's like, but exercising requires energy and emotional resources that I don't have.
Yeah.
It's like, I actually can't do this. And it's
Like-
not just like, oh, you just gotta believe in yourself.
Often
It's like,
it's fucking ignorance. Like, if someone has literally never been in your circumstance, they don't understand why you can't, because they always have.
it's like, oh, you just
It has never been a
just
problem, like-
go outside.
What do you mean you don't just do the thing? I've always just done the thing. I don't even think about it, and yet you're physically incapable of it?
It's difficult.
Like, you have a disability or something?
Well, it's even, well, yes, actually, but
It's baffling, right? Like,
it's difficult to explain it because the way you would explain your rationale for not doing it will sound like whining. It's like, I can't deal with blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, well, you just have to. It's like, for fuck's sake, you're not listening.
yeah. Like, there's this sort of general line you can use is that lazy people don't really feel bad for being lazy. Like, oh, someone else will take care of it. I just want to do this. Whereas
It's like, I want to
people
do
who are
this.
struggling with,
yeah.
with their functions are like, why am I such a useless piece of garbage?
It's just like, I want to do this so
You know,
bad,
it's
and
like,
I just
should be able
can't.
to, but I can't. And the interim piece that's missing is you can't because of reasons that need to be addressed. You're not a piece of garbage. There's something in your way. If you don't address that, of course it's not going to get better. It's not just that you are a worthless human. There's a thing that can be fixed, like, which is super crucial. Dude, you're alright, let's do this, fine. And the thing is, like, you'll find that average people run out of spoons too, but it takes them like a week and a transatlantic flight with a toddler and like no sleep and no food before they start to like really
To
feel it. Whereas some
experience
people, it
your
takes, like,
day-to-day.
just a full day. Like, because humans operate differently depending who you are. Like, there's a huge variance, and if you've never experienced that, you can't know it right off because it won't seem real to you. Like, people just don't fucking know.
Nope.
What are you?
What?
What are you engaging in?
Zip.
Your thing is gonna spill.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. If your psychiatrist wants you to do a thing, you need to find a way that it is possible to do. Like, could it be that you're doing like rehab stretches on the living room couch or something? Like, rehab exercises they're low impact such that they don't hurt you more to do them. And they do actually work for muscles.
Maybe
so it's
that's-
worth checking into
Maybe
that.
that's the advice that people need is that,
Look at
like,
physio exercises.
because like a physio exercise is like a super low impact
Yeah,
exercise
it's
that
like using your body weight as resistance.
well that a person who is actually normally exercising would think was a joke, right?
Yeah.
But that's probably what depressed people need, only from along the emotional axis.
Yeah,
It's just like super low, like little things you can do.
Yeah, your success will build
Right.
on itself. Once you've experienced success, you know you can do it. As
'Cause,
opposed
yeah.
to forcing yourself at a thing that may never work.
That's probably really good because like that, rather than just being said, well, we'll just go out and do stuff. It's like that is a Herculean task for me. But it's just like, you know, each day do this one little thing that you can probably manage, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I can do that. And you're just like, oh, I can do this. Maybe I can
Yeah.
do 2 of those things now.
See, that's why I
It's
like
like
Habiticus, because it
bite-size.
fosters, like, you and your group are encouraging each other, and you're watching each other, so
I'm
someone
describing
doesn't care if you
CBT?
succeed
Holy
or not.
fuck.
But you're also not forcing each other, because you understand that it's a progress system. Like, yeah, essentially, it's like you train your own brain mates, because you are the master, it's you. You're in charge of this. You make it work for yourself. Like, I think normal people will exercise in a way that injures them because they recover fast enough and they don't feel it. But for someone working with limitations, it is just that much harder. So it's like, I don't want to run for 30 minutes because it will make me miserable for literally 2 weeks. You know, they can't afford to do that. So...
Yarp. Oh, man.
Maybe swimming will do it for you. Maybe if you can't leave the house to go to the swimming pool, it's like, you lift your cat up, or you play with your cat for a while. Like, literally anything. Anything is always better than nothing. You know. Always. It doesn't matter what you start with. You gotta start with something. Why are you raving to this? Why are you raving at your fans?
Don't worry about it.
It's so rude.
Wow. Huh. Well, we got a page done.
Yep.
I should probably go ink it, or tone it, and do other stuff.
Tone it down.
Lol.
So I missed the stuff that was kind of going by.
Well,
there was a bunch of things happening. I probably agree with your sentiments, and you're witnessed! Witness! Witness them. Witness! What a useful phrase. All it is like, yes, I see the thing you're doing. It certainly is a thing that happened to you.
I see
Check
you.
the fuck out of that.
I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. I was shaking that ass.
Oh no.
I was
Yeah,
shaking
the knee is pretty bad.
God damn.
Knees are fussy bastards. But, yeah, as long as it's only the one knee, you're still kind of alright.
Oh man, okay, you want to see the most inspiring thing in the world? Have you seen that video of the guy who I think he's got like cerebral palsy or something, and he does workout videos?
Oh, that's cool.
And no, he's such a fucking scream because he's like lampooning how disabled he is. He's like, what you gotta do is just starting, you know, these exercises, and he gets on the treadmill and he's just staggering and like,
oh dear.
and he's actually really inspiring because like,
well, he knows how to ham it up. Like...
well, he's really hamming it up and it's really funny and he's making jokes about how disabled he is, but they're like, well, I mean, he's making them and they're good natured.
He's doing it to overcome the awkwardness that he knows is present in everything he does.
I forget his name, but it's hysterical.
Yeah. Well, it is also inspiring. It's like, well, you're gonna do the thing. Why don't I do the thing?
Because he's like, yeah, it's really easy if you have a great pair of legs like mine, and it goes down and they're just like, fucked.
No, he sounds like a great guy.
Oh, it's
really does.
Beautiful.
Like, honestly, if you got shit to deal with, and you can make it a thing that brings you happiness or someone else happiness, man, you're doing alright.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that is a super important thing that does not need to be, that can't be overstated. I don't have any knowledge of Rooster Teeth. It might be that guy.
No, wait, is it? No, not. I don't think he's the Rooster Teeth. Is it?
I have no fucking idea.
Zach Enner?
I know
Maybe.
that Rooster Teeth is a thing on the internet. That is literally the entirety of
No,
my
I'm
knowledge.
curious.
Do they have something to do with Ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which apparently has gotten good.
Yeah, apparently. Jesus Christ, what time is it? It's gonna go on the Irish.
Oh shit, it is? Yeah, it's Zach Enner.
Oh, interesting.
He's so fucking
now
funny.
I know something about Rooster Teeth.
Is he involved with Rooster Teeth?
I don't fucking know.
No, this guy is just a complete riot. He has a really great attitude too. Yes.
What a guy! Oh my god.
Oh, okay. We're good. We should go offline, and I should show you these videos.
Fireboard bear.
Just trust me. Yeah.
Oh, what a
All right. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back probably on Monday, maybe Sunday. To do more comics and shit.
Oh
but
god,
for now, I need to go work on this.
Family of Introverts? Holy shit.
So, if you like what you see, follow me on my social medias up there at Alex Stacey or voxlunch.tumblr.com. Also, follow the comic at dregscomic.tumblr.com. And if you really like it, you can visit my Patreon or tip jar. Give me
He likes money.
I do.
He's not poor anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, you're not making more than me, which is not like the hardest thing, but it used to be the other way around. So.
Well, there we go. So, thank you all, and I'll see you next time.
Bye, Chad.
Bye. How do I turn this shit off?
Oh, fuck it. Oh.
Oh god.